teased it out here and there, but I haven't really introduced it. Like the rest of my truck, she doesn't really have a name. She's an 88 4Runner, and it's pretty much bone stock. So, really isn't a lot to talk about, you know? I mean, as you can see, the radiator's where it's supposed to be. It's got an engine in the front. The tires go around, they're black, they spin if it runs, which currently it doesn't, which is why we are in the process of swapping the whole harness from this truck. If want to see how this truck shakes down and the rest of these trucks shake down, and what's under that cover, do yourself a solid, do me a solid. Like, share, subscribe. It's the YouTube way. Does it really matter? I don't know. But I like to see the comments. I like to see you guys follow me on social media. I like to see you guys ask me questions about silly stuff that I do on the channel. You guys want a full breakdown? Stock floor body drop. I really kind of like, it's not really top secret or nothing. I didn't build this one, so it feels different. I don't know. I don't feel like I could really share it on the channel or show any progress until I took some ownership of it. And ownership in this case meant doing some things. Now, despite the way she sits, I've done a lot of stuff to it, but I don't really feel like I can claim it as being my own. And this starts that huge built, not bought debate. None of it really freaking matters, so I don't care. It's 102 degrees according to that sign over there, so better shut my mouth and get to work. And what that means for me is get this harness yanked out of here so maybe we can fire this truck up. Less chatter, more words.
Put some more gasoline in it.
That sounds good. Sounds like it wants to run.
Yeah, probably not getting any spark. That's the problem.
Yeah, that would make sense, right? Wait, hold up. Like, does anybody see a coil?
No. That's why I don't think it had one, because it's fucking carbureted.
There's your...
Look.
There's no coil. All right, let's go get the coil.
I was like, wait a minute, does anybody see a coil? Get you a closer look at what's going on here. I got to remove the whole harness. We're replacing everything. Fuse panel, under the hood, as well as under the dash. So I got to take the whole dash out, which you can see we're already taking it out. My good friend Tyler's stayed over here late getting the dash out. So now I got to get this support bar out, drop this column, get this whole harness out before we can move on with the fun stuff, like, you know, building the floor and whatnot. We're gonna get into that later. I'll show you the good stuff later. Ronnie, you're about to make me smile, bro. Make me smile. Come on, make me smile.
I hope so.
Bro, what the fuck?
Is that clip good?
Go ahead. She runs! We're different. It's summertime, things are getting hot, so you know, go topless, why not? Let me jump up in here, get you guys a good look at some stuff. When you buy other people's started projects who have great intentions, and then somehow they just move on to you, there are things to correct. I'll stop moving the camera and I'll point out a few of those things. Things to correct, like, whoa, there's glass there. Crooked lines, stuff that still hits your tires. Obviously, this all needs sheet metal. We need body mounts. There's no body mounts here. You can see where the factory body mounts are cut off the frame. It needs some body mounts fabbed here. We gotta do something about that seatbelt situation. Body mount here, trim all that. Seatbelt situation. I believe that needs body mount fab. That needs a body mount fab. And we also need body mounts fabbed back here. Yes, the first gens are the same as the second gens. They bolt right to the original, same locations on the pickups, and the body mounts up here. So that's right, you can get a two-wheel drive chassis if you did not know. And these body mounts up here are the same. So you can instantly swap your 4Runner onto a two-wheel drive chassis. Just be ready to cut and move some things around. But that's where most people usually give up on the project. I'm not saying that's what happened in this case. This person that I got it from, you all may know him, just decided it was time to move on and build other cool things. So yeah, this is pretty much what you can expect when you pick up a project midway through somebody else's dreams. They also happen to be my dreams. I've always wanted to build the first gen, so here we are. Saves me a little bit of money, puts a little bit of money in that person's pocket, saves me a little bit of time, gets me a little farther along because I love this chassis. It's a cool chassis, it's really nice. It needed some modifications as well. It still needs some modifications, which we're gonna get into here later. But right now, you know what I always like to say, less talk, more chop. So let's get to it. One of the things I like to do when I cut stuff off is if there's grounds attached to them, make sure you get these hooked back up so they don't cause you all kinds of grief later. That looks like a good place for that to go. So we'll get this hooked back up before I forget. Because as you can see, that same side on that side has the same thing going on. So save you some grief down the road. But right now I'm gonna come in here and get rid of all these sharp points. Kind of get all this cleaned up a little bit rougher. I'm not gonna take anything else away until we start adding structure, fenders, bead roll, and make a game plan to close this floor in. I'm just trying to take all the potential emergency room visits and tetanus shots away. Okay, so I've got this trimmed up a little bit better. All the crusty, jagged spots and tire impeding crap out the way. I want to save a lot of that structure until we start getting a wheel tub back in. Never make the mistake of taking too much. You can always trim and fine tune this later when you start doing wheel tubs and floor, but trust me, just don't come in here and go crazy and start hacking. You'll regret it later. Save that. You can add some structure back in here if you want to order new seat belts and reuse them for your passengers, right? So err on the side of caution. Now that we move our attention to the frame, this kind of stuff, that's free to go. All this stuff can go. Matter of fact, you can see I've already got the air compressor brackets and stuff off. I'm gonna get in here with a Sawzall, get rid of all this crap, because we're gonna do something cool with the air setup on this one, you know? I ain't hiding nothing under the frame, I don't care. We're gonna do something cool. I don't know what yet, but something. Now, if you have any ideas on what I should do for air systems, put them below. Hoppo stuff, standard air, universal, square tanks, I don't know. Hit me up, I'd like to know what you guys think. All right, so got some brackets cut out of the way, got some fenders and some metal trimmed up a little nicer. Got the tires trimmed up a little bit around all these rough edges. It's gonna be a lot easier to get to all this stuff once the frame's off. We'll probably have to get this one done to get a body mount on first. So I might have to spend some ugly time on that. Now, before the body comes off the frame, we need to deal with this issue. Look a little wonky to you? Let's walk you through this. Has this really super rad upper wishbone situation going on. I know these lines are kind of in the way. Really cool. I don't understand the pinion angle on this though. I don't understand the thought. And I think after it was built, they kind of realized they should have built some adjustability in this too. Because if you look, it looks like they tried to wallow this out to walk this whole thing back, which would turn that pinion up to a correct angle, as well as center the tires a little bit better in the wheel openings. I don't know how well you can see on camera, but it's a little off center. So what needs to happen is that pumpkin needs to roll. See, it's kind of nose down, needs to roll up, which will in turn push it back, which will center it in this arch. How I plan on accomplishing that is chopping these tabs off, cutting this wishbone apart, putting in an adjustable Heim right here. Give us a little pivot, give us some adjustability. Right hand thread, left hand thread, so we can adjust it while it's on the vehicle. And then probably plate and tie that in together. Put the Heim nice and tight in the bung. Keep it really strong right here. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and set the pinion angle at half ride height. I know there's lots of debate over this, lots of argument, lots of this. I like to drive my trucks super duper 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 low. And I have zero vibration, never had issues with the U-joint. I don't have a problem. My truck does more than go on a trailer. That's a big brag. I've put like 29,000 miles on my truck right now driving it. And whatever I did on that truck must be fine. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this. Put it at half ride height. Shouldn't move more than 3 degrees up or down. We'll throw some shocks on it. We'll mock it all up. We'll pull it off. We'll bench weld it. We'll throw it back on. We'll make sure it's all good. And if so, I'll probably pull the body off and do some finish weld on all this frame. Do some more bracing. Come in here and plate these guys up a little bit. And yeah, then you guys can get a real look at this frame because it's pretty dope. They did a good job on it. I didn't do it. Somebody did, and they did a pretty good job on it. So, where's half ride height on your truck, you ask? Well, half of your up. Here's full, all the way up, all the way down. So somewhere halfway in between there with your shocks on. Half drive height, half ride height. This is probably too high. This is probably too high. So we're probably gonna have to come down some more. So I'm gonna switch out those jack stands and put her down some more. I got a jack under there to try and hold the pinion, but I might swap that out with a smaller jack as well. We'll see. Half ride height. So full height, skating, half. Some of you this may be half. Every truck's gonna be different. Right, so here's the deal. With the bolt removed, you can see that guy rotated up nicely. Look at that. Get out of the way, lines. Look at that. Matter of fact, it's almost a little higher than where it needs to be. How did I get it there? Well, you can use a floor jack once you support your vehicle on jack stands. Or you can throw a ratchet strap on. Or you can do both. That ratchet strap, as you tighten it, is gonna pin this guy up. You're gonna take your little handy dandy angle finder. You're gonna turn it on. You're gonna find your angle you want it at, and life's a breeze. What do we do up here, you ask? Well, you make those tabs a lot longer, or you cut that guy off and put an adjustable Heim on it. Or you do both. I don't know who's watching this video. These CC guys. Maybe that's these Milwaukee guys. I don't know. I don't know who is. But if you're one of those companies watching this video, or you're a representative who watches this video, and you work for one of those companies, maybe you should take a lesson from the old Black & Decker, right? Because they make stuff that lasts, getting it done. Pretty level too, I'd like to point out. I mean, it's good enough for a mini truck. Not bad for a handheld drill and a couple of crooked eyeballs. So obviously I just gotta cut that tube to length, get our overall length set where it needs to be, and then get some mad crazy welder guy to like weld it up. But since I can't afford that guy, I guess I'll have to do it. You know me and the record button. I've been watching this channel long enough. If you haven't and you're new, hit that subscribe and I'll be better about recording. We're moving right along. I got it mocked up right here. We're gonna go ahead and clean up the front, do some tacks, and then get it off and bench weld it all. Got the light so I can see. Now I just gotta find my glasses. She's back in. It's a little darker, so you get some light. But yeah, tacked up for the night. Didn't go ham on it, didn't go all crazy, welding it, warping it, all that shit on the bench. Just proof of concept. We'll call it proof of concept. Still got some work to do. Hold up. Before we go any further, you know, we should probably take a second to really go over this thing, because I realized looking back at this video when I'm putting it together that I didn't really dive into some stuff. So before I can get to doing this for real, let me catch you guys up. The truck is stock floor body dropped, and when I say stock floor body drop, I mean like I just recently cut that out to do some mini tubs, right? Because we want to drive super low, but these trucks used to be automatic, or at least this truck did. It's now a manual 5-speed, so we're gonna have to do some trimming here. And we've done some trimming for the floor, for the frame rails, and we've got a little bit more to do. The truck has got a stock frame that's been highly modified. As you can see, it's not a 3/4 frame, it's not a full frame, it's not all that. I mean, it might as well be. If you see under the hood, there's a lot going on there. Which, you know, I'll save that for another video when the body comes off, because you can't really see nothing, and once there's a floor in here, you're not gonna see any of this. So why did I stop the video to catch you up to speed? I don't know. I just thought it was really cool. Look at this headliner. What a great truck. I can't wait to drive this thing. 88 Toyota 4Runner that used to be a V6 EFI is now converted to a 20R carbureted Weber 3236. Gonna do a whole fuel system on it, all that good stuff. But it's for another time. You know me, I plan on driving the wheels off this thing, so 17s and 18s with a good cushy tire and a nice bag. Probably the way I'm gonna go. Long-term plans? We can discuss long-term plans. Fully powder-coated and painted frame, lots of polishing work, lots of new brake lines, lots of new hardware. I think I'm gonna go all out on this one. I think we're gonna have some fun, but I don't want to foreshadow too much, because, you know, plans could change. Someone could cash me out. I could change my mind and finish my truck. I know you guys know it was for sale. But yeah, back to Project Deuce Runner. Yeah, I could do better than that night shot for you guys. What do you think? Not a bad looking upper link. Yeah, pretty good setup. Functions like it should. Got a little better drive shaft angle. And even if it's wrong, because I know it might look a little wonky on camera, we have adjustability now, so we can just throw our angle finder around there. And left-hand thread, right-hand thread, left-hand nut, whatever. Just unscrew that and tighten it up, and tighten your jam back up. To help dial in the center of that axle, as well as dial in that pinion. So if you're building these at home, remember, adjustable links. It's gonna help in the long run on your rear end. Get that sucker dialed so you can go straight down the road, so your ride's good, so your drive shaft is happy. And not to mention transmission seals, center carriers, and all that fun stuff. Well, I mean, that's all you can really do for now, until I put a clutch in. And if you missed the first time around when I did it in the 93 standard cab, well, you're in luck, because we get to do it again. This was an automatic originally, and we're gonna need something to make that shifting a little bit more smooth. So tune in next time, and maybe it'll be a 4Runner Willwood clutch install video. I don't know, it could just be me hanging out with my friends cruising. So Thanks for watching. Be sure to comment, do all that fun stuff, and until next time, 15 minutes a day, right? Something like that. Builds a mini truck. I don't know. Some YouTube guy says that. Why is your truck being used as a storage facility? Blew an oil seal. It happens. Remember back when I did that timing chain a couple years ago? I think it was a cheap part. What are you gonna do? Could have been the install guy too. He didn't really seem like he knew what he was doing.